Good morning. It's MAGA Hat, MAGA Hat, MAGA Hat Monday.
Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and slave us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule because you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to, because I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about Bill Gates and the mark of the beast and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring. And George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil. Chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk a doubter, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati.
All this is going on. People are still feeling anxious. Prices are going up. And all of a sudden, as it's getting closer, people's anxiety level starts getting higher. And I'm looking back and saying, at what point do we just say, let's not do this right now? Let's let people know we're listening to them. That we're not tone deaf to those who will be paying this price. The teachers who will be paying $3,800 more a year because they come in 5 days a week. They don't have an option. The hospital workers at NYU Langone, all of them would have to pay more. These nurses and aides have to pay more to go to their jobs. Subways are safer than they've been since before the pandemic, when nobody talked about subway safety. I might not always take the easy path, but I'll always take the right path. That is a 40% reduction. This lower toll will save daily commuters nearly $1,500 annually. And that kind of money makes a big difference for our families. Is $9 better than $15? I think New Yorkers that are struggling, that worry about having enough money to feed their kids and put new sneakers on them when they outgrow them and stash some money for college, this is what I've been saying all along. $15 is too much. Is $9 better than $15?
What a way to start off a Monday, huh? What you heard right there is a string of sound bites of one paradox of a human being. Some would argue a parasite of a human being, but I wouldn't go that far. I'd rather call her Huckster Supreme, Governor Kathy Huckster Hochul. And here is why she's called a Huckster. Matter of fact, there is no better example of why I call her Huckster Hochul than this congestion pricing thing that she wants to implement. And she really is trying to sell you the dream, because that's what hucksters do. They sit in the booth, sell you their little trinkets that you don't really need. They tell you it goes for this amazingly high price, and they're going to give it to you for only this lower price. And you don't even need it at all. So if they tell you that it's $15, but we're going to bring it down to the low price of $9, that's still $9 too much. And let's face it, arguably, Huckster Hochul could be called a DEI hire in light of her predecessor being Me Too'd right out of office. Now, Andrew Cuomo does have his faults. I mean, he did kill grandmothers out there by cramming COVID patients into senior homes, and then writing a book about what a great success he is during the COVID crisis. But push him out of office for that, not for the stupid thing that he didn't have to be pushed out of office for. But here we are. at the helm of New York State, a huckster by the name of Kathy Huckster Hochul. And it's amazing how some people, besides her, you would think she'd be the only proponent of this asinine fee. But no, there are other people, other pundits trying to sell you the dream, sell you this $9 dream, and make you pay just for driving from one part of Manhattan to another without crossing any bridges or going through any tunnels. And it's totally asinine, but you're gonna have your people out there, your lefty pundits, going on TV, going on social media, going in front of the cameras, and they're gonna say, well, I'm gonna do my civic duty and pay out of my ass for these congestion pricings because it's a good thing. I'm gonna be a really good citizen and offset my already expensive life for the greater good of New York. And if you're one of those people, you're a damn fool. You are just a fool. Congestion pricing is not needed. There's no toll needed on the Brooklyn Bridge. There's no toll needed on the Manhattan Bridge. Do what thou wilt with the Williamsburg Bridge, because Williamsburg, alas, has become what my good friend Billy Mormon would call yuppie fucking Brooklyn. But leave the Brooklyn Bridge alone, leave the Manhattan Bridge alone. I would even be inclined to say, cut the toll in half of the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. Now, what could be said here? What could be said here? Kathy Hochul is a huckster. She wants to put her hands all in your pockets, and she's trying to say that it's due to low subway ridership. Well, that's due to nice men like Alvin Bragg, fat guy, LMAO, who know how to go after Donald Trump, but they'll turn around and release 5 people from the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua who beat up 2 cops. Let's not forget what they did New Year's Day. They beat up 2 cops, got arrested for it, and were released practically the next day. Let's not forget DAs like Alvin Bragg, have people in custody that get released, go down to Georgia, one of whom killed Laken Riley. Crime runs rampant because of the Democrats. The crimes of Jordan Neely occurred over and over and over again by this one man, Jordan Neely, because of the Democrats. These are the same people who are crying that Daniel Penny, who put him in a sleeper hold, should go to jail. He was alive. All the way to the hospital, and then he died. And, or regardless, by the time he got medical attention, he was still alive. Put it to you that way. And he died while in the care of medical attention. Now, if the Democrats had done their jobs in their respective offices, Jordan Neely could have rehabbed. He could have, and if he was beyond the pale, could have been locked in an insane asylum because he was a crazy, crazy dude. He wasn't this happy-go-lucky Michael Jackson impersonator. I happen to be good friends with a person that does a Michael Jackson routine. A white guy. He's a good friend of mine. And you might know him as Mr. Dance Man. He's appeared on a couple of my songs. But besides that, this Jordan Neely gives people like my good friend, Mr. Dance Man, a bad name. Because he hasn't done this Michael Jackson bit in years. And within those years, he punched an old lady in the face, breaking her nose, pushed old ladies on the subway tracks, pushed middle-aged men on the subway tracks, tried to kidnap a 7-year-old girl, and met his fate minutes after attacking a stroller, threatening to kill the baby in the stroller and the mother. So, Jordan Neely was sedated by Daniel Penny, and Jordan Neely, due to complications of drug use, died. Not because of Daniel Penny. But they're going to prosecute Daniel Penny when they did nothing. They had so many chances, hundreds of chances, or at least close to 100 chances to apprehend Jordan Neely, and did not. There were bench warrants with a plural, for assault charges on Jordan Neely. And most of his crimes were done in the subway. In the subway. And that's why ridership is low. Ridership will continue to be low. So, what is it? Get robbed by muggers on the subway, or get robbed by Governor Hochul? Is that our choices? To travel within New York City, there's no way around it other than to get robbed? We need to put forth a strong Republican opponent come 2026 against Kathy Huckster Hochul. She is every bit the huckster I say she is. And I'm surprised I'm still the only one calling her Huckster Hochul. The proof is in the pudding with this congestion pricing. We're going to give you this $15 thing that you don't need, that doesn't help you, doesn't help us, doesn't help anybody. And then when there's outrage about it, we'll take it off the table, only to put it back on for the low, low price of $9. You see the scams of the snake oil salesman? Same scams as this huckster up in Albany, also known as the creepy doll in the attic. That is Kathy Huckster Hochul. And let me repeat that. We need to have a strong Republican opponent against this huckster. Get her out of here. Hochul, you're out of here. Schumer, you're out of here. All that talk about us being the enemy, all that talk about me being the enemy. I'm a registered Republican. I voted for Donald Trump in 16, 20, and 24. So according to this huckster, I'm some sort of a clown. And they're the ones that are anti-American, because they made our streets and subways unsafe for Americans. The Democrats love to project Crime runs rampant because of the Democrats. Business is shut down because of the Democrats. Apparently, from what we saw in North Carolina, the victims don't get their relief because of the Democrats. And there was even some crazy lady in charge of FEMA who said, if you see a Trump sign on their lawn, pass their house right by. Do not give them any support. If you see a Trump sign on their lawn. Yeah, she's out of a job, but she should be in jail. She endangered the lives of Americans. She committed a crime. So crime runs rampant because of the Democrats. Obviously, in cases of FEMA, by the Democrats. And it's just sickening. People need to stop voting for Democrats because this is what you get when you have Democrats in office. When you have Democrats in office, they appoint these schmucks, these local yokels who make life hard for you. Look at spiteful Ewan Chu running a vicious, slanderous campaign against Steve Chan. But thank God, Steve Chan, the man, prevailed, and he will be our next state senator in District 17. And you guys out there, 14th District of New York, the Bronx, some parts of Queens there, that's covered by AOC. You guys made a grave mistake voting for AOC again. Tina Forte would have been a better choice. But you're going to see that in the next 2 years. When things start picking up all around the country, except in your congressional district. You're going to beg for Tina Forte to come back and run against AOC again. And I hope she does. But in the meantime, we got to get this huckster out of here. November of 2026, do not vote for the incumbent governor of New York. She is a huckster. She presented an expensive congestion price on your commute, took it off the table, and brought it back at a lower price, thinking you'll take the bait. You're not a fool, are you? You're not going to vote for the person that did this to you, are you? Respect God. Watch out for the Illuminati. Follow and share my content, including this video. Stay strong, keep kicking that slang. It's your boy in the building. Hip-hop legend, recording engineer, underground rock and roll hero, keeper of the chalice, killer for real, master of sound quality, MC Too Tall. Be good.